Hello, it's your girl again, Perpetual, and I welcome you to my channel, Pep's Financial Tips. Good to see you again, and I hope you have subscribed. Today's discussion is on replenishment, inventory replenishment. In other words, restocking. How do you restock your items? That's what we'll be discussing today. So do you just get up and say, oh, because I usually buy once a month, it's that time of the month, so let me just go and buy some things and then put down? No. Or you just get up and count, okay, I'm left with 3 items on the shelf, so let me just go and then restock. Or do you run out of stock before you decide to restock? No. That is why we are here today. We are going to determine our reorder point, the point at which we reorder or we replenish. That is what we'll be talking about today. Now, bring your minds here. I would like everybody to bring their minds here. Let's forget about the systems and let's look at the manual ways of doing things. Because the systems is about getting the setups right. And the setups depend on these basics. So if you get the basics right and you transfer it into the systems, it will work for you perfectly. But if you don't get these ones right, your system will not help you. You will still get the old results you have been getting. So let's bring our minds here. Now, 3 things to look out for when we are looking for or when we are calculating our reorder point. Is the first one is the average daily sales. Average daily sales. I believe everyone records their daily sales. If you don't, please, you have to start doing that. So you record your daily sales in a book, or if you have a system, fine, that records it for you. Now, if you get your daily sales, how do you get the average? Because maybe today you sell 5, tomorrow 6, the next day 10, the next day 7. So you need to strike an average. And I believe we all know how to do average. Anyway, let me just get through to it. Assuming you sell from Monday to Saturday, or let's say 6 days in the week, you would have to add the daily sales in terms of quantity of per item and divide by the number of days. So if it's 6 days, you add and then divide by the 6 days to get your daily average sales for each item, so that you know that at this point, when this item gets to this point, that is when I need to reorder. So we are getting it per item. So we are getting that our daily average sales, and we are writing it down. Assuming I sell para, and then my daily average sales for para is 10 pieces. I'll write that down. The next thing to look for is the lead time. What is the lead time? The lead time basically is the time it takes for you to receive your goods after ordering. So the time it takes for your suppliers to bring your goods to your warehouse or to your shop, or the time it takes you to go to the market, get the items and get them back into your shop. That is the lead time. So your lead time may be different from someone else's lead time. It depends on the product and the way you replenish your items. Someone, maybe they do production to replenish. You buy to replenish. So when you go and you get the items, you replenish. Someone has to produce to replenish. So the lead times are different. Assuming my lead time is 3 days, I'll write the 3 days down. Then I multiply the lead time by the average daily sales of 10. So that will give me 30. The third thing to look for is a safety stock. What happens when, even though your lead time, you may make provision for delays and other things in your lead time, sometimes other things also happen that may be out of your control. Demand may go high. Sometimes at the end of the month, demand usually go high because everybody will have some cash to spare. So you can make provision for that, and also for maybe you get into your supplier and then you don't get the item on time. They bring in the item and then the car breaking down on the way, which will cause unnecessary delays. So you have to make that provision in your safety stock. So usually we do half of the lead time to calculate the safety stock. So if I'm doing a lead time of 3 days. Safety stock will be 1.5 days. So if I'm doing 30 days, that will be 30 pieces of items. That will be 15 pieces. But me, I'm giving the full 3 days to my safety stock as well. So it depends on you. It depends on the way you reorder, and it depends on your experiences. So I am giving the 3 full days to my safety stock as well. So I multiply that by my daily sales and I'm getting 30. So I'm adding this 30 of safety stock plus the lead time that it will take me to reorder. So that will give me 60. So I'm writing my 60 down. So when my paracetamol gets to 60 pieces, then I know that is the point at which I have to reorder, or I have to replenish, or I have to place my order. If you are using a system, it will prompt you. A good system that is set up very well, it will prompt you. If you are not using a system, you are using manual. If you are recording your daily sales and you are subtracting from the quantities you have, you will always be up to date. You will know that, okay, at this point, I am left with 60 pieces of paracetamol. This is the point at which I need to reorder for my paracetamol. Now, the next big thing is we've determined our reorder point. What about the reorder quantity? This quantity you need to is very important for you to get. If you get the reorder quantity right, it has a lot of advantages. It helps you not to understock. It helps you not to overstock. It helps you to manage your ordering cost and also manage your cash flow very well. So that's what we'll be talking about in our next video, reorder quantity. See you in my next video. I hope you have learned something today. Kindly comment, like, and share. Help us grow our page. Bye-bye.